Hello, everybody. I am Rayna Nielsen, and I want to welcome you to Book Banter. It's been a while since we've done this, so I'm very excited to get started and thank all of you for joining us this evening. Tonight, we are talking to Raj Tawney. He is an author, journalist, essayist. His work largely reflects his multiracial American upbringing, which is reflected in this amazing book. He's had personal essays published in the New York Times and the Washington Post, USA Today, and many more. His debut memoir, Colorful Palette, A Flavorful Journey Through a Mixed American Experience, is part cookbook, part memoir, and honestly, exactly the way I want to receive all of my new recipes from now on. We are also talking to Annabelle Tometich. She spent 18 years as a food writer, editor, and restaurant critic for the news press in what is our joint hometown of Fort Myers, Florida. Her writing has also appeared in the Washington Post, the USA Today, Catapult, Tampa Bay Times, and many other places. This is her memoir. The Mango Tree is it's a tangled family drama that talks a lot about place and how we got where we are. So, without further ado, let me welcome Raj and Annabelle to Book Banter. Hi.
Hi. Hello.
Hey.
Hello. I am so excited to talk to you guys in this context, just kind of all together. We had like lunch together almost a year ago now. That's crazy. I was thinking about that. Right? It just doesn't seem like it's been both that long to think back on the lunch, but like just that long in general. Like a full year has passed. I saw the advertisements for the Louisiana Book Festival coming up. It was like popping up on my Instagram, and my first thought is like, oh, that's so far away. Like I just don't, like I see it, but I don't need to put that on my calendar yet. Like it's not a thing. And then I was prepping for this, and I was like, wait a minute, it kind of is.
Yeah, it's sad that I feel I've only been to Baton Rouge. I've never even been to New Orleans. It's weird to have said that.
Yeah.
Annabelle, have you been to New Orleans?
Not since it was pre-Katrina, which is wild to think about. I went to University of Florida, which is an SEC school, so I've actually been to Baton Rouge before. And in going to Baton Rouge, like in the early 2000s, we went through New Orleans a few times too and stopped. I think we pretty much stayed in New Orleans and then like went to the game and then went back and like partied in New Orleans because that's what SEC college kids do apparently. Yeah. So I have been meaning to go back. I do hope that one day this takes us to an in-person conversation in New Orleans, but until then, here we are. How long have you lived there, Rayna?
I have been here for 21 years. It's coming up on 21 years.
Yeah.
I moved here right after Katrina because why not? And so I basically we were planning to move here before Katrina, and then the hurricane hit, flood happened, and it was just like it was not going to fix itself in 6 months or a year or something. So we either were not going to move here or we were just going to move, and we just decided we'll just do it.
Yeah.
And so this has kind of been home pretty much ever since. Like I think the first 6 months or so, I was like, I don't know if this is going to work out. But actually, I went back home to Fort Myers to visit for the first time. And I was there for 2 weeks. I had this spot between jobs. And about 4 days into the visit home, I started thinking of New Orleans as home. It just sort of, I was like, oh, this is fun. And I love being back. And you go to that one restaurant and you see those friends and you see your family. And then I was just like, and I'm good.
Yeah. You run into everybody you know at Publix. And then, yes. Maybe get some
Speaking of which,
summertime. Then you head out. Yeah.
You can't do all your shopping at Publix, by the way. It's just too expensive.
It's gotten wildly expensive. Yeah. Publix is like, there's like a handful of things, like not even, there's like 3 things that like I can only find at Publix and that I continue to get. And then otherwise, like Costco. This part is, yes. Yeah.
They have great, you can get the good orange juice at Publix.
That is true. Yeah.
And then
jumbo size, a normal human size.
Yeah, I like it says like, and there's only one ingredient in the orange juice.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Although increasingly I mean, I don't think any orange juice is made in Florida anymore. So, all the orange trees are gone. So
It's a shame.
yeah.
But yeah, and I remember I go to Aldi for a lot of things. It's cheaper, and I always get like my government cheese there because it's so cheap. And I'm always wondering what is this German company doing to have these prices so low?
Great
This can't
question.
be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the sugar in the mango juice. Sometimes it's better just to not ask questions.
Right.
Enjoy your cheese, enjoy your mango juice, and just move on.
Yeah.
Did the Winn-Dixies close there? Did they become Aldi's?
Funny. Well, I was just talking to someone last night who's from Immokalee, Florida, which is an even more like remote inland part of Florida, and their Winn-Dixie just closed. And I'm not sure if it has become an Aldi yet, but I think it's en route to becoming an Aldi. So, which in my mind, Winn-Dixie and Aldi are two very different operational like ethoses. I'm like, how do you jive the German, Aldiness of it with like the Southern Winn-Dixie-ness of Winn-Dixie?
The German Aldiness.
Oh.
All these like going to the DMV. It's like a mandate, There's no fun to going to Aldi.
You got to pay for your cart.
That's such a good way to put that. Yeah, like you can get what you need to get, and then you just get out. You're good.
And the whole quarter in the cart thing, it's annoying, because then there's that pressure of putting the cart back, and somebody tries to come up to you with the quarter. And then they're like, oh, swap the quarter for the cart. And then it's like you feel bad taking their quarter because you just want to feel generous. But then you need the quarter because when are you going to use a quarter again until you come back to Aldi again?
Yeah.
It's quite a conundrum.
Living in this city, I can't get packages at my house because they just disappear from the stairs. So we have a fun fact. That's how close into the quarter that I live. I live like 6 blocks from the French Quarter, so you can't just like leave packages on this dude.
Ghosts of New Orleans want your goods to see what you're having delivered every day.
Well, and you also don't have to you don't have to go my front door goes like 5 steps and I'm on the street. Like it's the sidewalk. I'm right here. Yeah. So you don't even have to try to steal it. Like it's literally just sitting there for you to take. You don't have to walk onto my property. You don't have to go onto a porch. So I'm like, I don't do it, but like it was right there. I left it unlocked essentially. So anyway, this is going to tie into the quarters. You just hang in there.
The French Quarter or the American Quarter?
Ooh.
The American quarters.
All the quarters.
That's good. We have a package, like a postal place, like mail package ship place that we pay for a small box in and they receive our packages. So the first 3 packages every month are free. And after that, it's 50 cents. But the card minimum is $5. So I now have to keep quarters all the time because I'm going to go in to pick up my package. They're like, that's 50 cents. And I'm like, I don't.
Not paying $5 to pick up this package.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I didn't used to have change on me at all, but now like I have quarters in my car because I don't keep track and, it's package number 4. You owe me 50 cents. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I miss? Like older folks who used to have coin purses.
Oh, I still have a coin purse.
You still
My purse is not near me right now, or I get it out. But
that's pretty cool, actually.
I think mine was born, for a different reason because my kids are older now. But when they were little, it was like you're always going to like some kind of soccer, dance, gymnastics thing, and if you don't have snacks, you have to get to the vending machine. And so I'd have like vending machine quarters on me at all times, or they'd want to go to the concession stands and buy something. And like the, T-ball moms aren't accepting plastic. Although I think most of them do now. So you have like your little quarters and stuff. And that was I still have it because I'm just like, I'm accepting my old ladiness.
That's respect. What is it? What's a T-ball mom like?
Oh, I know. I don't know. Busy. Like, too busy. be swiping your Visa card. Like they're like, no, it's $2.50. Like I'm not taking your credit card. I'm like, okay, we're not eating tonight. Fine. Sorry, kids. We'll eat next time.
Let's go to Aldi.
Exactly. Yeah.
Go somewhere where they'll take my card.
Carry all of it. Can't afford a cart.
Yeah. Or Pub Sub from Publix is a good option, actually.
Yeah. Although on that discourse, the last handful of times that I've actually gone and like made the mistake of not ordering my Pub Sub online, it has been a disaster. It has been a mess. Like whoever is making the Pub Subs is no longer happy to be making the Pub Subs at my Publix. And they are not afraid to let you know about it. And I just feel bad somehow. And I feel like it's my fault for like burdening them with my order. And yet I still stand there and I still wait. And I every time I'm like, I'm never doing this again. And then I'm like, oh, I really want a Pub Sub. And it doesn't strike me until I get there. And anyhow. Yes.
Okay, let me ask you this, because this ordering online from Publix is since I've moved away. Do you have to be like on their website? Do they have like an app? Can you sit in the parking lot and order your Pub Sub?
No, I have done that before and it takes just as long, So like, I feel like the pressure of like looking them in the eyes and being like, I'm hungry now, maybe moves it a little bit faster. I don't know. But I have done the ordering in the car before. Cause I'm like, it's so bad when you go in. And then, I'll like walk the aisles and like check and see. And it's like 30, 40 minutes until it's ready. Like they are moving very slow.
Oh my God. But you can go 3 blocks down the road to the next Publix that's available.
That's true. I probably should be doing that. I should be like, oh, okay. Yeah, we're having a bad day here. Yeah. Let's get to the next thing.
So I'm watching the comments over here. Winston. I don't know if you guys.
These are a lot of my people, and they're very rowdy.
I love it. The chocolate milk from Publix, though, it's true. Like,
Winston's the best. Yeah, he's a good dude. He's right though.
There are things that I miss about Publix, and the subs are one of them. But like, the gallons of tea and chocolate milk and whatever that they have, like their brands, are really good. That does not exist here. The stores don't make, I don't know, the store brands
outside of Florida, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or you don't have Publix?
We don't have Publix. No. We have no Publix. There are no Publix. So we have yeah, it's very sad. We have Rouse's, and look, it's fine.
What the hell is Rouse's?
It's the Publix of New Orleans. It's the best way to describe it.
Right? That was one near the place where we had dinner that one night, I want to say. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
You had dinner at the supermarket?
No. We were in the parking lot. The Mexican restaurant we went to was in the parking lot of a Rouse's. I'm almost positive.
Yeah, I think so. You like pulled into the Rouse's and like doubled back to the restaurant. No, yeah. But that's the best way to describe it. It's as close to Publix without being Publix. And it's just not. But they don't make their own store brand of the sweet tea or of the chocolate milk or of the whatever. And it's fine. Respect Rouse's. Okay, you don't have your full name.
Oh, Ralph's. You mean Ralph's? Like the name Ralph?
No, Rouse's. Rouses.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead. They don't exist.
I was just gonna say, isn't this so much more fun than talking about our books? Like, we grew up mixed, and we went through a lot of stuff in our lives, and it's like really in our contemporary lives, we do go through stuff, but it's more fun to talk about Publix.
Well, okay. Here's the thing. It's food.
It's all food.
We're in the wheelhouse. We're in the wheelhouse, and we're just gonna pull it home because this actually, like, to me, I'm from Fort Myers, so I was born and raised in Fort Myers, and then I moved to New Orleans.
And I went to the same middle school.
We did.
Yeah.
We did. It was fun because the way I discovered that is I was listening to the audiobook. And she's describing, and somehow I read the book, and then I'm listening to the audio, and I totally kind of missed it in the book. I don't know. I read in bed, so sometimes I miss like half a page. It's fine. And you're describing the middle school, and I'm like, shit, that has got to be the same place. There's no way. And I ran home. I got my yearbook, and I found her.
Yeah.
I can't talk
at
women.
the same time, technically, weren't we? Like, you were a year
younger.
Yeah.
I'm 1 grade younger than you, and I didn't go there in 6th grade. I started there in 7th, so we actually only overlapped by one year.
Yeah, which is such.
I smell a middle grade novel in the works.
You have one working on it?
No, for you guys. You guys should write.
Oh yeah, right.
Oh, we should.
Reconnecting years.
I want to just say, I read most of Annabelle's book, but then before we were going to chat at the book festival last year, I had to listen to the rest on audio. So I was very impressed with Annabelle's reading. I think we've talked about this before, about how difficult you said it was to do that book, audio.
Yes.
But quickly, my audiobook was hilarious because I really liked the reader, but I feel like he didn't fully understand the mixed personalities in my life, because he gave my mom, my Puerto Rican, Italian American mom, he gave her an Indian accent. And then he gave my grandma like this old timey New York accent, which she had. But it's like, how would the old school New York woman give birth to a woman with an Indian accent? So it didn't make, or it was a Hispanic accent. I don't know. He was going for something, but
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I feel like when I try to do accents on the fly, and it always comes out Jamaican somehow. Like, no matter what it is, like, like talking about like German sauerkraut, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not even gonna do it now because it will just be bad.
Please do it.
But I'm also not. Well, I guess I'm not a paid professional reader of books other than my own one. It's the only book I've ever been paid to read. So, yeah, that's wild and really funny.
And I wouldn't imagine you screwed up your own book.
I really hope not. Yeah, I stressed out a lot about the Filipino parts of it because my Tagalog is non-existent. And again, my accent can sometimes come off as Jamaican, even though I have been to the Philippines and was raised by Filipinos. And yes, so I had my aunt, my Tita Prola, who was in the book a lot. She was sending me voice notes on the proper way to pronounce certain passages, like the little short parts that were in Tagalog. So I was really grateful for that because can't mess that up.
Yeah. She was the one who took you to Sawgrass Mills Mall?
Yes. Yeah.
Because I live near the mall, and so every time I go to the mall, I think of the book. And I texted you recently about this. I'm going on a tangent, but I texted you recently about how there's so many international people who come to the mall, and they always have those wheelie suitcases.
Yes.
And it's so bizarre.
I think it's because they're paranoid, because my mom was also paranoid about Sawgrass Mills, about us getting like abducted or kidnapped or like taken for whatever reason at Sawgrass Mills. I don't know why. I don't know if any of this is founded in any kind of reality. But she was also of the mindset that you never leave your luggage exposed in a car, so she would always either cover it up, or like we would hide it under other things, or we would not, like if we were going somewhere, we never stopped because like luggage in a car. So I wonder if that's why everyone's taking their luggage around Sawgrass Mills. I don't know.
That's a good theory, but this is what I heard, and I think this one might be true. It's that these people are tourists. And the mall is supposedly like advertised heavily to tourists, or people should go there. People from other countries, particularly because they buy a lot of things are on discount, so they buy a lot of stuff, fill up a suitcase, and literally bring it back home to their country with them.
Makes sense too.
I think that's it, because otherwise there's too many like thousands of paranoid people walking around the mall with their suitcases.
Yeah.
But it's a great theory.
It's like a fancy balikbayan box, which is a topic of the book too, is that we would always, in the Philippines, in Filipino families, you fill up the balikbayan box with like clothes that don't fit anymore, or like stuff from Sam's Club, like giant jars of Jif peanut butter, things like that. And you send it, once it's full, you take it to like a special transporter who takes the balikbayan box and sends it to your family in the Philippines. And then they get a giant box of American stuff. And it's like Christmas, but whatever day of the year it arrives. So.
Wow, that's really interesting. And that's growing up like in a household with immigrant parents, because like my dad, we used to send things back to India. Like he'd bring a lot of chocolate, like leftover Halloween stuff. He'd usually go around Diwali time, and when there was leftover chocolate from Halloween, he'd bring it to India and give it out to the kids or whoever was in the neighborhood, or used clothes, stuff like that.
Do you have a word for that? Is like a word for that? Because it's I'm gonna mispronounce it, but the pasabulong, I think is how you pronounce it, as like just like the idea of like having these little, like you never show up empty-handed to anything. So if you're coming home from work, or if you're coming home from a trip, or if you're coming home from a long day out at the market, like you come back with the pasabulong, and you give like the little candies to the kids and the lolas and the grandmas and the titas and titos and everything, and that's like how you say that you've been somewhere and that you are now back from that somewhere. So
that's really interesting.
But I think
that's interesting.
Like cross-cultural for sure, you know. Yeah
That's so cool.
Yeah. I love that it's ingrained in the culture. Like my mom, when you're talking about this, because this is never a thing that I thought was weird, because my mom just always did it. But we will get to that. But she would do that. Like she would go in a little store and she would come out with some little treat, and it would be the tiniest little thing. But I just remember that being a very like big, that sticks with me all through my childhood. And it's adjacent. It's not the same, but it is this interesting idea where she would go. And then of course you start to think everywhere she goes, she's going to bring you back something. And she did, because she's a great mom. So she was like, okay, this is an expectation now. But it would be like a little candy or a little something. It was never had to be huge. That wasn't the deal. That wasn't what it was about. You know, it's about like just, I was thinking of you while I was away.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
So over-the-counter medicines and exchange them for tea or spices, I think that's a good deal. So Winston in the comments has said that we brought over-the-counter medicine and exchanged them for tea or spices. And I was like, that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
Especially
I remember very distinctly like there's the Balik Biome boxes that you would send over like randomly throughout the year, you know, usually just like 2 or 3 of them because it takes a while to fill up a giant box. But then whenever we'd go to Manila, we would also bring like the maximum amount of luggage pieces that one person can bring. So if it was my mom and her 3 kids, like despite us only being like children, we would each have like 2 suitcases and our personal item and our carry-on with us, because we had to bring all the stuff back, you know. So it would be like my mom and like 9 suitcases and 3 kids like trying to like get through the airport, because we had to bring as much as possible back to the Philippines. And we would open up these giant boxes that were just like wrapped in like duct tape and, you know, twine and everything. And it was like the best thing ever. You would just go through layers and layers of like, you get to like crayons, and you get to like staples, and like you get to the Snickers bars, and each one would be like as like celebratory as the next, you know. So it was like staples, Wix bars, you know. And it was just like unearthing like all these layers of treasure that like we had forgotten, because, you know, it takes so long to pack them and everything. And
you're reminding me of that scene in your book when you guys got stopped at the airport, and the TSA, was it TSA?
Yes, I don't know what it was called back then. I feel like it was
demanding your mom open the boxes or something like that.
Yeah, because you can bring tea and spices back, but you are not supposed to bring seeds and like plants and live things back. And that was where my mom got into some trouble.
You know, my mom was just going from New York to Florida a couple years ago, and she was just trying to bring back Trader Joe's peanut butter, and she didn't have a Trader Joe's near her, and they made her throw it out, and it was so sad to think about it. And I got to think that those guards, somebody took that home with them, because it was on. No, I
hope it didn't just go in the garbage, you know.
I know.
Yeah.
I wonder, is that like a reward for working that job, that you get to take
That's a great question. Yeah, like at the end of like each month, they get to go through the confiscated bins and take home all the ranch dressing that the soccer fans couldn't take home, and butter and all that stuff. Like, does that get to go? I hope somewhere.
Yeah, I remember my wife. We before we lived in Florida. When she was coming back from New York, she wanted to bring some Cafe Bustelo back, and it was like, you know, it comes in those bricks. So they obviously, I guess they thought she was trying to smuggle cocaine through the airport, and I think they made her like open it up. So obviously, or they made her throw it out. But yeah, it was sad. That was a sad.
Back in the brick. Yeah, you can't
Yeah.
re-brick the Bustelo. Oh man, that sucks.
When I was a couple of years ago, I went to Portugal, and on my way back, I brought a bunch of salt and canned tinned fish. The tinned fish I was not supposed to have, and I was prepared for them to tell me I had to throw it away. And I was just like, I'm just going to do the best I can. But they stopped me, and they swabbed every single container of salt that I had purchased. Swab front, back, 3 different tests. Like they swabbed every single one, and they were all pre-packaged. Like I bought them in a little shop, so it was like they hadn't been opened. They swabbed everything. Didn't look at the tins at all. Yeah. Put it all back in my bag and let me go. And I was like, "Thank you. Okay, that's great." So very strange.
I have heard that tinned seafood, as long as it's actually like commercially sealed, you can bring that. That's allowed to pass through. Maybe not like in your carry-on, but like you can bring it back in your suitcase. Yeah.
It was too big.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it wasn't huge, but it's only supposed to be 3 ounces in there. The container is like 5 ounces or something. Yeah. It just is what it is. So that's what I would thought. But they're like, no, this salt is very suspicious. Like, okay, it is completely sealed by the company, but please do what you need to do.
Whatever you need to do. Yeah. Yeah.
My mom told me this story once. I think she was coming back from London, and she had those old-fashioned Christmas popper things. You know those things where you pull on, and I think they made her pop each one at the gate or at the TSA. And it was like, that's like sad. It's like very Scrooge, like to make a woman.
Yeah.
So sad.
Yeah.
But also at that point, it's just like, once they make you pop a couple of them, I would just be like, here, just take them all. Just take them. Like, I'd rather, like, we're just ruining it now. Like, no one, it just becomes sadder and sadder the more of these we pull apart.
Yeah.
It's a very sad story.
So, yeah.
Oh, wait, there's my mom. Raj bought a few jars of Trader Joe's peanut butter. Oh, yeah, I did. I felt so bad for her that I brought her Trader Joe's. Thanks, Mom. That was so nice.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
In the food realm. So let's move to, you guys are both working on things or have things coming out. Yes?
Yeah. Like, Raj, you go
Annabelle? What? Oh, Raj, you
go. No. Annabelle has way more exciting news. I'm still in the process of making that. No.
Yeah. So the movie has been super fun. We're at what, 2.5 years almost, because it came out in April of 2024. The fun part of the Mango Tree is that when I sold it, I was a very fortunate position where there was an auction situation and there were multiple editors at different publishing houses who wanted to bid on the project. The one editor, it was a very long manuscript that my agent and I had at the time. And she was like, I'm going to keep it a little bit long. I want to see what these editors have to say, like where they want to cut, what they want to change. And that will help you and help inform your decision on who you want to go with. I was like, okay, cool. I trust you. One editor wanted like less of my childhood and a lot more focus on like my time as the restaurant critic and writing under this fake Jean LaBouffe pen name, which was my pseudonym for 15 years when I was writing for the USA Today network. One editor wanted to do kind of like dueling timelines where it was like childhood me and then adult me and then childhood me and this overarching quest for identity. And then Vivian Lee, Little Brown, she was like, I think you have 2 books here. I think you have a really strong coming of age mother-daughter memoir and The Mango Tree. And I think you have a second book that could be really just about your time as this restaurant critic and writing as Jean LaBouffe for all those years. And so I was like, does that mean she's going to make a 2-book offer? And she was like, no, we're just going to buy the Mango Tree for now. And we're going to see how it goes and, keep working on the other book. And maybe in the future, that could become something. And so I did. And book 2 sold in the spring, tentatively titled Imitation Boof, like fake beef. which is the working title. We are open to suggestions. We can go through that now if we want to.
If you have a suggestion, put it in the comments.
Yes.
We'll take them into consideration.
Imitation Buff, Fake Buff has been out there. Pseudonymous has been a potential name for it. So that is tentatively scheduled to come out in April of 2028, but is still very much actively in production. So
Buff Eater.
I'm spending my days right now. Yeah. Buff Eater. Buff Eater. I eat buff.
Where's the buff?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good. That's pretty good. I don't know who owns that line. I would look into that first.
Yeah, will we get in trouble for where's the buff? The Wendy's ladies can come after us.
When you go into Five Guys, and in some of the Five Guys, there's the quote from the news press. Is that you?
It is me, yeah. So it's funny.
We have that in our. There's a Five Guys, the one closest to me. We have that, and I saw it, and I was like, I bet that's it.
It's something about French fries. It's funny because it is technically like it's from a review that I wrote as Jean LaBeouf. So the quote at Five Guys is attributed to Jean LaBeouf, and it is from the headline though. And so as a journalist, you know that you don't get to write your headlines usually. So, and it's not even from the head, it's from like the subhead. It was like a line from the subhead that they took and then attributed it to Jean LaBeouf, which is all just, all different layers of not me. So, but technically it was from an article, a review that I wrote about when Five Guys opened in Fort Myers, which felt like a really big deal here at the time. So
wait, is that in the manuscript or in the book? Is that going to be in the book?
I have no idea yet. We're still writing. Maybe.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, that's a great essay idea, too, when the book comes out.
Yeah. Yeah. I might put it in my notes right now and just be like, question mark? Yeah. But no, get to your good news, Raj, because you have fun books.
I don't have good news yet, but I'm working on a couple. I'm working on a couple of projects I'm excited about. So we'll see. Everything's really slow, but I'm feeling really optimistic about both of them, but definitely one I think is hopefully going to happen. So,
yeah.
Well, fingers crossed. Then that was very anticlimactic, Raj. We're all very excited for these potential things that may or may not happen, but probably will happen in the somewhat future.
It's like a legendary musician who's old and still with us. And it's a picture book honoring this musician, and because I've done so much music journalism over the years, so I wanted to honor this individual, and that's it. So hopefully it'll be an inspiring biography type picture book for kids.
That's really cool. Yeah,
that's pretty great. Well, we look forward to it. I look forward to it. Yeah.
Say some prayers.
Well, good positive thought.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, Annabelle, I'm always so impressed, because you've put in so many years into your writing, so everything you're getting is so well deserved. Honestly, I'm really it's like just an honor to know you. You really put the work in. You had to really earn it. Nobody gave you anything. You worked totally from the bottom up.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah. I mean, I still it's funny because when we were at the Louisiana Book Festival last year, Raj and I were talking for a bit, and I am starting to try to, understand that or whatever, or believe that, I guess. But we were talking about blurbs, and you were talking about how for Colorful Palette, you were just like, I reached out to, whoever, Carla, what's your name?
Carla Hall from the Food Network.
Yeah. And you were just like, why not shoot for the stars? And I was like, because they might not answer you. And you're like, so what? And I was like, that's such a good point. So what? Yeah. So I think about that a lot of times when I'm like, I shouldn't do this. I'm like, oh, whatever. So what? What's the worst that can happen? They can ignore you and, or say back reply and tell you never to reach out to them again.
I know.
I don't know.
I think that comes from my years of being like first a musician, but then a freelancer, and that you're just literally used to shopping your stuff around all the time. So most of your existence is rejection, but there's always that hope that you're going to find a home for whatever you're trying to do. So Yeah, it's just not being afraid of getting rejected,
With something like a blurb too, you're probably like the odds that you get actually rejected are incredibly low. The odds they don't answer you the email, yeah, you just never get a response, and you can just imagine that it went to spam accidentally. But like when I do, events and different things like this, like I've learned just shoot the shot, because
I'm not gonna say I'm not bitter though against the people who turn me down. Like I'll be seeing something on TV and I'll be like, oh, motherfucking asshole, didn't take the time to work 5 minutes out of your day.
You got time for this? You got time for this?
Yeah. I'm happy to name drop the people who rejected me if you want. If you're interested. They're on TV right now.
That's so funny. Yeah. I have come to believe, because there was one author who I really, really loved, and I reached out to her, and she had responded like saying that she would read it, and then like for a blurb, and then I think she responded with something that, her schedule, she was very, like, she did not ghost me by any means. But then of course I'm like internalizing it all. I'm like, oh my gosh, like this, she didn't like it. She just didn't like rise to the, to the level of something that she would put her name on. And then like a year and a half later, she posted like the nicest Instagram like review of the book, and just saying how she had an opportunity to blurb it, and she had just had a baby, which I don't know if I realized that at the time, because I would have been like, girl, do not waste your time like trying to make this happen. You have much bigger fish to fry. And that the Instagram she posted, I was like sobbing at my phone, I was just like, oh my gosh, she didn't hate it. She just honestly didn't get the chance to read it. And now she did, and she likes it, and she's talking about it like on the internet, like without even like asking her to do anything. And yes, so I have to remind myself sometimes that people are genuinely busy, and that is usually the main reason they're not getting back to you for something or whatever.
But isn't it, Annabelle, isn't it interesting though that the first thing we think about is they don't like us, we are scum, we are losers, like we're not worthy of anyone's time. Isn't that interesting how that's where the brain goes?
Right. Yeah. 100%. Yeah. Still, even though I will tell myself like, don't think that, it'll still be like, there we go. We're there again.
But the fact that you've had so much success, particularly with the mango tree, isn't it? That must be a testament to. Or do you feel worthy? I guess is the question. Like, do you feel like, yeah, this is it? I understand now.
I don't know. Yeah. I do. Like when I am slow to respond to emails, not looking at either of you guys, I am now like, oh crap, because people are genuinely busy, and that is usually the reason they're not getting back to you. So yeah, kind of being on the other side of it, which it's not even because I am writing, but it's like, it's these children that I've chosen to raise and call my own. They take up so much time that is like the vast majority of why, I'm not getting back to people sometimes, or I'm the person who's like dropping the ball and, making people wonder if I actually read what they asked me to read or any of that stuff. So yeah, it does give me the alternate perspective of like, oh, life is busy and books are long, and, you want to give them whatever is sent your way. You want to give your full attention and actually write something thoughtful about it, not just regurgitate some other crap. So yeah.
Actually, oh, I forgot. Wait, I didn't mention this though. I have an essay collection coming out next fall. I should have probably mentioned stuff about that.
Yeah, I was like, you have the Ford and Press thing coming out. Yeah.
I know.
I was thinking in my head, I was like, was I wrong? Like that's when you said that, when you were like, something I can't talk about. I was like, did I miss? I feel like we did this, and there was something, but I was doing the same thing. I was like, this must be a me thing. I am wrong. Clearly, he would know, or something has happened. Yeah, right.
I'm already past that though. It's I'm in the middle of it, but I'm also kind of focused on it. No, but yeah, but something I wanted to say about that is that it's incredible when anybody steps up to help you. And I had to get it's a university press, so you had to get peer reviews. And I think I'm allowed to shout her out because she was okay with putting her name on it. T. Bowie, who we also hung out with in Louisiana. And she wrote this, she didn't just fill out a questionnaire. She wrote this beautiful like essay basically to the press, and oh my God, I was getting choked up reading about it. It's like when someone at that level, you know, really puts the time in, and it's it makes you feel, it really makes you feel seen. I hate that term, but it really does.
It's true though. Yeah. I did get to, when my schedule was a little more open, I guess, I got to do a peer review for a book coming out, I think, very soon, called Bodega Stories, coming out with the University of Florida Press. And I just feel like it's very much like if they could be here right now, I'm like, that would be like a natural conversational fit, because it's also a food journalist. She works for Pointer. And it's stories from her family's bodega in the St. Petersburg, Tampa area. And just kind of the characters that populated it, like both who worked there and who came in every day, and the ties with food. And that is a really beautiful book. If you're looking for books in our similar genre of the colorful palette, mango tree arena. So Bodega Stories.
I put
the author's name now.
I put the link in the comments. Her name is Amaris Castillo.
Amaris Castillo. Yes. Thank you. I'm like, I can see the cover and all the things. I can't think of
I gotta check it out. University of Florida Press is so cool. They're great people over there.
They're doing really good work over there. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. It's been fun talking to you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it?
We've done this. We did. I mean, we can keep going. I mean, I don't know how long you have.
I ordered a pub sub 20 minutes ago.
Oh my God. Well, it's going to be another 30. Yeah?
You got a while, so don't worry.
I'm selling books at a burlesque show at 10. So I got till then. That's how long we can sit here.
Yeah, I saw
it's a burlesque show inspired by a poetry book. It's kind of.
I love that.
We have a One Book, One New Orleans program here, which there's one, Florida has that. I can't remember what it's called, but every year they pick a book and it lots of programming focused on that book. And this is the book. It's this poetry book this year. And so one of the events is this burlesque show. So we'll see how that goes.
That's awesome. Yeah.
It's going to be a good time either way.
Yes, for sure. Yeah.
So everybody, go ahead, Smash. No, go.
I was just I have this senior cockatoo, and he's starting to lose his shit because he's old. He's like 50 years old. Long story. But anyway, Michelle, I just heard she's pushing his cage into the other room because he's so loud because he's a cockatoo. So I do have to go, actually. No.
Oh, see, that was the sign. Somebody asked what the poetry book is, so I'm going to drop that link in the comments there so you can grab that. I actually think that book is back ordered. It's back ordered. So if you want to order that book, you should send me a message. Because I have copies and Simon & Schuster is out. Ooh. So that's my Gmail. So I can get you one, but Simon & Schuster isn't going to have one for another couple of months, they said.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah.
But yeah, that's the book. And you guys are awesome. And I love talking to you. And I can't wait to get together in person again to do this essentially, but maybe over actual food. Again.
Yeah. Well, let's make a real reason. Well, when my essay collection comes out next fall, I definitely I'm gonna ask Annabelle to maybe do an event with me. So and we'll all come to New Orleans. Make it a point.
Oh, there you go. We'll do it. We'll make it happen.
And Annabelle, your book's probably coming out, I would imagine, in 2028, right?
April of 2028 is when Imitation Buff or Fake Beef. I like that coming up in the comments. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Where's the buff? Yeah, whatever it ends up on. We'll all find out together one day.
Well, and that means that when your book is out, we should have pre-order links probably for Annabelle's book. So we'll make that happen. We'll do a pre-order campaign along with your book.
Well, and Annabelle already told me she'd blurb the essay collection also, so I'm holding her to it.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. It might take a little while, but
That's all right.
it's really good.
You're busy. It's okay.
Yeah. Awesome.
All right, y'all. Thank you, everybody, for commenting and hanging out with us and watching and being part of this event. And thank you to Raj and to Annabelle for hanging out with me again. So, yeah.
Thank you. And thank you to thank you to Ranley Winston, my brother, my mom, all the crazy people who are hanging out tonight.
Thank you to Raj's mom in particular.
What I've learned is that we could hang out with Raj's family and it would be a good time. Clearly.
Oh yeah. And Michelle's family is awesome too. So we all have a good time. Yeah. So, and Annabelle, I'm only a short drive from you, so we really do need to make it a point to actually hang out. So
it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I should let you guys both know next time I'm coming down, because I'm down there a couple of times a year. I just shoot y'all a text and be like, hey, if you're not doing anything, and we'll see. One of these times, it's gonna all link up. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Well, we should get a pub sub.
Oh, yeah.
Order it now.
But
I'll text you if I'm driving. I'm like, I'm on my way, and then you can order it. It'll be great. Hours. Yeah. All right, y'all. Have a good night.
Have fun at burlesque.